Hello farmers and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany. Well, I am finished plowing up the sugar beet field, and that should wrap it up actually for the month of October. I was looking around to make sure I didn't have nothing else to do. I don't think I do. So on to the next month we shall go. I'm going to see if I can fix the plow. I think the working speed should be a little bit higher than 9 miles an hour. So it'll be all set to go. Now the plow implements and things like that still get repaired the way they do in the base game, but our tractors and combines and such get repaired with a realistic damage mod. So let's pull in over here and see if I need to repair this or not. And that should be all the fields that need to be plowed done. That should be good right there. Open this door here, and then somewhere, there it is. Yeah, the plow's not actually that bad. Okay, so maybe the working speed is 9 miles an hour. Either way, it's repaired. It's good to go for next season. And we're going to park that right into here. Drop that off. And we'll park the Challenger up in the shed up here. Oh yeah, I should see if the manure can go into the BGA. I don't think much time has passed since I've done so. Actually, you know what? The Challenger... No, the tractors I'm parking over here now. I was parking it there before, but should park it over here with the other tractors. Alright, squeeze it on in here. There we go. Someone did mention I should be putting down like an extra manure pit, which I've been thinking about for quite a while. I did not expect us to get that much manure that fast over here with just the 12 cows that we have. I cannot delete this one. This one is actually part of the cow barn itself. So if I delete this, it's going to take the cow barn with it. I can fit another manure pit over here. It will cost 25 grand, but it will hold 4 million liters of manure. Yeah, the manure is not that big of a thing here on this map for us. We're just trying to make a little bit of money from the BGA, and yeah, we're having a rough time just getting rid of the manure that we do have. That's all it's going to take. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave it as is right now. Should be able to take it in the morning time of November. Let's go up here and call it a day. Yeah, the sheep are pretty much all set. I got to put some more hay that's in the forage wagon into their feed trough, so hopefully they'll go through enough. But let's go ahead and sleep through the rest of the month and the night. Might wake up in the red money-wise, so we'll probably have to sell a few things. November, let's wake up at 9 o'clock. We're not doing contracts or anything like that here. At 9 a.m., the sun should be pretty much up. Let's see how we're doing money-wise. I'm going to guess like 3,000 in the red. Actually, we got $6,000 in the bank account. Okay, not going to complain about that. Let's go ahead and zip on down here. Should take the rest of the manure. Yes, we are good there. Although I'm pretty sure we got plenty of manure up at the cow barn to take care of. But that will stay there for now. No, I was going to wash the trailer, but I'm probably going to end up putting more manure in there anyways. Let's go ahead and park this away. And then we'll take care of the sheep so I can get my forage wagon back. Because I need that today, because the grass should be ready to be cut. Alright. One trailer away. Let's grab the forage wagon. Don't remember how much hay is in here, but I know that it needs to be put into the feed trough. Alright, not that much. Hopefully the sheep will take it all. Just hugging the fence line over here. There we go. That's close enough, apparently. Don't push me out of the trigger. You might do so. And, oh, they didn't take it all. That's a slight problem. I mean, I could put it into the cow's feed trough. So they only took 4,000 of it. Ugh. Yeah, I really don't have a place to put it right now. Let me just check. How much are the sheep going through per month? Okay, so I would need like another month before they go through that. Well, we can figure that out in just a moment. Let's go ahead and grab the 130, because the one job I do have on my mind that I need to take care of is I need to fertilize the wheat field that we planted last month. And I don't want to forget about it, because I pretty much forgot about it last season when I was doing it. So let's go up there and take care of it quickly. I think the amount of fertilizer I have in here is enough. Now, it looks like we may have another... Whoops, I did not see that fence there. A chain link fence. Yeah, it looks like we got a full manure pit once again. Did not expect the cows to fill up that quick, but they're doing so. So with no precision farming, we just got to make sure our fields are fertilized twice a year. Of course, the first time the drill does it, and then the second time we go around with the 130. But with a wide working width, it doesn't take us too long. Yep, the crops have germinated. The only thing is, without precision farming, I can't use the mini-map to kind of see where I've been, so just kind of have to guesstimate where I was. You know, I don't use GPS. I think I've only showed GPS when it came out early on, and way back when I was on Elm Creek, so like the first few weeks of FS22. I used it quite a bit in the beginning of FS19. I then got away from it, and I used it a lot in 17. But yeah, I don't use GPS anymore. Not that I don't like the mod or anything, it's just that I don't really feel I need it that often. But in situations like this, I guess it wouldn't hurt to have it. But really, by the time I set up for a field this size, and for how long I'm in the field, I just don't feel like it's worth it. But anyways, yes, this wheat field, what we do with the wheat, of course, bring it on down to the grain mill. And then the straw we keep for the cows and their bedding. So we can get that solid manure that they keep producing. Yeah, I'm actually surprised we weren't in the red money-wise in the morning hours. But I'm not going to complain about that. We should have a good amount of stuff to sell anyways. I may have a look at the butter and cheese. That sells really good in October. I do believe we sold it last month, but of course, now that we slept through the night, we should have a little bit more to sell. I'll see if it's worthwhile to go ahead and do that. Again, of course, we're always trying to bring in the money, but I'm really trying to bring in the money to expand the cotton field for next season. And that shadow that you see on the ground, that I know it looks kind of like a straight line, but there is a huge mountain behind us, and well, the sun's getting lower in the sky during the winter months, so that mountain casts a huge shadow over us for the morning hours. Probably overlapping a little bit here and there, but that's okay. As long as we get most of the field. We'll have a look at the field in just a second, see if I missed a few sections, which I'm sure I have. Okay, spin around like that. There might be, I think there's going to be a little sliver in the middle I may have missed. Let's go ahead and check here. Or I got it all. All right, that's good. That's good. How are the vineyards doing? I know they need to be plowed, but I'm waiting for the vegetation to turn, which it has. Okay, so we can take care of that today as well. Let me get back up to the 130, and we'll bring that back to the farm. I guess that hay that's left in the forage wagon... I mean, I can try bringing it back down to the haymaker, but I don't think it's going to go back in. Because it doesn't say it takes hay, it just says it takes grass as an input. But as I found out in yesterday's episode of American Falls with the crude oil refinery, the refinery that I was going through says it just takes crude oil as an input, but when I drive through with the materials that it produces, it takes it back in. So just never know exactly what's happening. So let's go see if I can dump the hay back in there, which frees up the forage wagon to pick up the grass later on. Oh, and I should double check. I think I said I was going to make it all into silage again. How much hay do we have down there? 78,000. Yeah, I should probably make more. I'll just make it all into hay this year. I think we got enough silage. Yeah, we're still making some silage here. And the TMR mixer, how are we doing on that? Well, we're full of total mixed rations, so I think we're doing good. So we'll probably just go ahead and make all hay with this grass cut. Let's see if I can bring this on down and dump it back into the haymaker. And while I'm down here, wait, did I see the TMR mixer was full? I think the TMR mixer was full, so bringing silage over is not that big of a priority right now either. So the sunflower field we don't need to plow. As for the sugar beet field, in case you notice, the other corner is not plowed. That was the canola field, and the canola section does not need to be plowed. So we can leave that as is. Be great if I can put the hay right back into here. And I think I tried this once before, but that is a no. We cannot put the hay back into here. Well, alright. Can't do much about that. Let me just leave this right here for now. Now I'm going to look at the stock market page to see about butter and cheese. Flour. Okay, I was looking at the wrong one. Flour is looking good. So we got about $13,000 of butter and cheese. But the real money is going to be coming in from red beet soup. Needs to go to the restaurant. And the preserved red beets need to go to the market stall. I think I should just pick one or the other. That's $50,000, so that's not too bad. And potato chips need to go to the market stall. So maybe bring everything to the market stall. Value at all sell points. Let's say we're just going at the market stall. Yeah, so the price difference isn't that much. 133 to 125. So let's go ahead while we're down here. We're going to grab the potato chips and all the red beet material. And we'll bring in some money and see where we sit money-wise. I don't think it'll be enough to be able to buy another field over at the new cotton field that we're trying to make. But we'll get there through the winter months. Alright, there's that. Maybe it'd be better if I just turn around right here instead of driving through. We just want to grab the red beet stuff. I thought about selling this truck today and actually getting the... Well, if you didn't see yesterday's episode of American Falls, we have ourselves a truck on that map now. a nice international, and it was relatively cheap. It was like 40 grand. I could probably get 40 grand for this truck. Let's see, we just want the red beet soup. See if any more spawn here. And I think that's going to be it for the red beet soup. Now he's got to line up and get the preserved red beets over here. Let's see here. Potato chips, preserved red beet. And wait for more to spawn. That might be all carrots that are spawning right there. Do I have any more? I got a whole bunch of red beets waiting to be spawned. So what I'm going to do is take these carrots and just push them out of the way. Not going to be quite a full trailer, but full enough. And is that all the red beets? That's all the red beets that we have. Let me just make sure I didn't move any forward here. Nope, we did not. All right, let's go ahead and sell these down here at the market stall. Now that mountain here in the hills of Tuscany sure makes it look kind of gloomy during the day, even though it's a nice day out. You can see we got 4 pallets of clothing. That'll be nice to sell in the springtime. Watch that money roll on in. Doing better than I thought. Am I going to get it all in one go? I think so. 245. Let's go see on this land down here if we can afford that one there. Actually, it's only 47,000 for that one. And that's 105. Well, we'll go ahead and buy this one right here. And maybe we'll come down and merge those together today. I think eventually maybe we'll get field number 18 with all the trees into it. And we'll do a little bit of forestry. I'll probably cut the trees down with a chainsaw and do it that way. And then get ourselves an auto-loading logging trailer. Because that'll be not fun to watch me try to pick up those logs. And we'll make some money back on the logs. And of course, maybe get enough back to almost repay for the whole property. I don't think it's going to be that good, but you just never know. All right, so we got one more field I would like to buy by next spring. That's going to be 105,000. And that shouldn't be too difficult to do with all the potato chips and the preserved and soup that we get to make throughout the winter months. So let's go park this back on production lane. And then by the time when spring comes and we sell the clothing and the candy in the summer, that will all go towards, I think it will all go towards, of course, the loan payment. Oh, another thing I need to do is need to empty out the root crop harvester. Do I have enough room? All right, so I got about 70,000 liters free. I don't think I got 70,000 liters in here. No, I do not. So we can go empty this out and then wash it and park it and get it all set for next season. And Maybe next year we'll be doing just sugar beet and cut sugar beet here. Can't remember if I can get through here with the header on, but we'll drop the header off just to be sure. I don't think I can get under until I fold the belt down a little bit. And there we go. Nice and easy. Fold that up. Grab the header. All right, let's go give this a wash and we'll put it away. And of course, we'll get everything fixed up through the winter months. Because with the realistic damage mod, it doesn't get fixed instantly. It may take a full month to get repaired. It actually is nice having just the one header. Having to put the add-on is not that big of a deal. There's that nice and clean. Yeah, so the header's only got 4% damage on it, so not a whole lot to go get it fixed actually. Actually, I'll fold up the header as well. And we can squeeze just barely between these posts, like that. Alright, root crop harvester is put away. I need to shut the doors over here, but I want to peek and see how much wool we made overnight. Oh, hello. And I'm sure... How's this spinnery looking? We got cotton, but we don't have wool. Alright, so we need to take care of that. Well, we can do that after we get done over at the vineyard. We can grab that tractor and small trailer over at the greenhouses, because I'm not really using this equipment anymore, per se. We're pretty much using, well, where can I teleport to? Well, I teleported to inside that. Let's go ahead and, can we teleport to here? There we go. We're trying to use this distributor, but it doesn't distribute as fast as I would like it to the greenhouses. So, yep, one small step at a time, I guess, with that. It's not that big of a deal. We're just making strawberries, and yeah, the candy production is going kind of slow because the sugar production is not as fast as it's making the candy. All right, so what we need to do here is, well, first off, I need to drop off the weight. But let me back up. We'll grab the plow. Alright, then we'll come in here and we'll drop off the weight in front of the mulcher, which we really don't need. So we got two pruners. One is for the white grapes, the other one is for the red grapes, and we're going to do the white grapes today. We go ahead and unfold that. Okay, we'll turn that on and also drop the plow behind us. Now this is where it just gets a little bit tricky. I'm trying to remember what rows I have done and have not done. So basically, I'm skipping every other row to plow, but we'll get all the vines done, I think. It's going to get confusing, I know. I got to figure out the pattern, that's all. So the road to our right has not been plowed yet. So is it going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, or is it going to be... hopefully I can remember this. If not, we'll just have to keep looking at the map on the way back, which ones I have and have not done. This is not going to take us too long to do, and it's work that needs to be done. And at least by me doing it, we'll get all of the foliage off the vines. I wonder if the grape production is all done as well. Just want to make sure I turn everything off that does not need to be running, just to save us a few dollars here and there. And I lifted up the plow way too quick there. Make sure we get it all, because I think that's 15% loss of yield by not plowing. Now, a while back, someone mentioned about getting a bigger tractor for doing this. The problem is, you need a narrow tractor to get between the vines. And there's not many tractors that can squeeze between here. And the Antonio Cardio actually does pretty well doing all the work I ask it to between the vines. It just struggles a little bit on the hill, but then so does everything else. Of course, it could be the operator that's causing most of the problems, which is most of the cases, for me anyways. Every time I prune the grapes now, though, I just think of, at least where I am, where I live, I would assume the foliage would just fall off through the winter months, but maybe mostly where grapes grow, maybe the foliage won't fall off. That's why we got to prune it. I keep wanting to pick up the plow as soon as I get done pruning. Got to relax on that button. Keep the plow down. Right, just a couple more passes for this set of vines. And then we just got to wait until next year until they grow before we can start spraying them with fertilizer. So I think there's going to be about 4 rows I got to go back and plow. Question is, which ones are they? Realize I just plowed this row, but I want to put the plow back down, because I may get some spots closer to this set of vines than when I made the pass on the way up. I don't know how much it matters, because of course we can't plow where the vines are, so I don't know how crucial it is to get that close. I'm just going to leave the pruner on. Obviously there's nothing to prune, but I still need to subsoil and plow in some rows. Actually, you know what? It's not that difficult just to drop it off now, is it? So we'll drop it off. So I think it was this row here. I wish it would change the texture on the ground just to make it a little bit easier for us to determine where we have and have not been. And now if I go to this map here, wow, it just looks a heck terrible, doesn't it? Might be this one here. And I'm way too close to that vines, I can't even turn. It's kind of a pain to having to keep going back in. Alright, so I think I got to skip a row. And we'll get the next one, which I got my eye on. I would say it's that one right there, but that's not going to help out anyone, is it? I think it's this one here. Probably just be best next time if I were just to go row by row and the pruner gets what it gets, and then after I get done with each row, to, if I did miss any spots on the vines, which I don't know how that could happen, but I could go back with the pruner because that's easier to see, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious. If there's vegetation on it, I haven't pruned it yet. So if it's just skipping every other one, then I'm thinking it should be this one right here. But I think this is where the colossal pack would come in handy, because by doing 5 rows at once makes it just a little bit easier. And I think I'm doing the wrong rows. Now I'm starting to wonder if it might be easier just to do these jobs separate. I was going to zip through this job here, but I mean, it's not taking that long to begin with, but it's taking twice as long. Just trying to figure out what rows I have and have not been into. Alright, so now skip a row. And then it should be this row right here. There we go. It still looks kind of messy, but that's just because we can't, like I said, plow, of course, right where the vines are. So that's why we get all the lines. I'll have a worker do this set of vines here. I may do this one in between episodes. I'll see. But I think that's enough great work for at least this episode. Let me get this attached and I'll bring it on over. And just by leaving it over there, it'll remind me next time I log in, like, oh yeah, I need to do these vines over here. Which should be pretty obvious because it still has the foliage on it. You know, I do own all this land over here, and I'm not really utilizing it for anything. And I'm just trying to think what I could possibly do up here. I mean, we got all the greenhouses down there, so putting greenhouses here wouldn't help us out. I'm not really sure what I could do up here. I mean, I could put down like solar panels and stuff like that to earn us some passive income. But, yeah, need money for that to begin with. Alright, this tractor here. It's going to be a little bit of a journey back over to where the sheep are, but I can convert this over, and this will help me out to get the pallets out of the sheep farm, or the sheep pen. And then I can take them with the telehandler on down to the spinnery. So it's going to take me a minute to get on over back to the farm. And I need to convert this trailer over to an autoloader. I think I'll grab 2 pallets at a time. That's just fine. I just want to use it to help me get the pallets out of the barn itself. Now I just need to head on down to the shop to take the side rails. Wait, can this just unfold? I don't think so. Either way, I think I still need to convert it over to be an autoloader, because I mean, even if I could take the sides down now, I don't think it's going to autoload, so let's go down here and convert it over. I don't need it as a grain trailer anyways. Alright, and where's that trigger? There it is. Customize. And we just want to go ahead and do is it a bale trailer? Yeah, universal auto load. Cost me nothing. Customize. Thank you. Alright, now I should be able to back on in and hopefully grab 2 pallets at a time. I think that's what it was on Oceanside Forest. This is the same trailer used there when I first got the first trailer to be able to bring pallets on down to the sell point rather than dragging them down. Doesn't matter which one I open. You know what? It's probably going to be closer. There. Get used to the trailers that turn for you as well, but then you get a trailer that doesn't, and it makes it a little bit more difficult. Oh no, is this not going to auto-load the bales? Or the pallets, I'm sorry? All material. Is it not because it's not on the side? Okay, so I got to be on the side, you just can't back up to it. Alright, we'll leave that running right there for now. Let's go grab the telehandler. I will stack them on top of one another to make my trips count. Let's throw my beacons on so traffic is aware that there's a hazardous driver on the road. So as of right now, I think the only situation got to deal with is the hay inside of the forage wagon. You know what? Probably the best thing to do is just leave the hay in there and just start picking up the grass. It should convert that hay into grass, and it'll be no big deal because I'll just stick it to the haymaker and I'll convert it back over to hay anyway. So that's probably the best approach. Kind of forget about the simple solutions once in a while. It's like I just leave it there. It'll convert all over the grass. And if it gets deleted, not that big of a deal, I suppose, because we got plenty of it. Need to take the straps off here. And let's see. Let's go ahead and... Do I want the pallet forks that far apart? I guess so. It's not going to hurt nothing. Get those off there. I hate backing up short trailers in-game and in real life as well. The longer the trailer, the better. Let's see if I hit that button and load. It should load up that one. Yep, it did. All right. So that's a little bit easier than trying to get the telehandler in there and grabbing them one at a time. Alright, now what I want to do is grab these, of course, and put these on top of those two. Should I try in cab? Ooh, maybe not. I know the people that do it all the time say, yeah, it's a lot easier from in cab. Am I too low? I think it was too low. Doesn't need to be precise, just hopefully they come off. Okay, they did. Alright, just lean it back a little bit. Before I bring that down, now I was going to figure out how I want to park this. Well, I guess over with the other tractors. Yeah, not really a shed here. I don't want to put this small trailer in that shed. Well, I guess I'll back up this trailer in the trailer shed. This way I can go over here because it's so short, I got room to back it in. Alright, and I'm pretty sure I got room for it over here somewhere. Actually, right next to the 130 is a good spot for it. Alright, now let's jump back into the telehandler, which is right here. Just want to turn slowly because I don't want those top pallets to slide off. Looks like they are moving a little bit. One is going to fall off like they always do. And this will get our clothing production back in line. Just a reminder that clothing production that we got It's an all-in-one spinnery. And we make more fabric by combining the cotton and wool together rather than just making fabric from cotton alone and wool alone. And then the fabric stays right inside the spinnery and makes the clothing, so it's an all-in-one. Gently go around the corner. Although if it falls off here, not that big of a deal. And there we go. And I probably should park this away for now. Being the winter months. Turn the beacon off. Turn the telehandler off. And we're all set with that anyways for now. Yeah, that should make, I don't know how much more clothing it's going to make. Actually, we got a lot of clothing. We got 16,000 liters of clothes. And we're going to get maybe another 8,000. I don't know what the ratio is again. I kind of forgot on that clothing, but let's see. Well, it's kind of hard to figure out the ratio there, but for every 7 liters, we get 10. So we might get another 10. Wait, we'll get 10,000 liters of fabric. Yeah, we'll get roughly about 10,000 more liters of clothing, somewhere around there, which is pretty darn good. But in the following, oh, hello, car. In the following year, now that we got more, we're still buying more land over there. We're gonna have more cotton next year, and of course, we should have a little bit more sheep as well. So clothing should be looking pretty good. And as we saw, currently clothing, if we were to sell it at its best price, wow, $214,000 worth of clothing. That is all going towards the loan. That's what I'm going to be doing with it. We're going to have a whole bunch more than that. So that is starting to pay off rather well. Starts to justify paying $1 million, well, almost $1 million for this cotton harvester. So you'll have to expand more on that. But as I mentioned, I would like to, let me just turn on the fast walking speed because I don't really have a way to teleport down here. This field right here, and actually let's throw on the fly mode as well. This field here is like 120,000, was it? And it comes with most of these trees in through here. Maybe we'll get like $50,000 or $60,000 worth of trees here. I don't know. I'm just ballparking it. So even if I get half my money back on the land and then convert that all over to a field, that'd be great. But we just bought this field that we're over right now. So I need to come on down here with a plow and merge these fields together. I'm going to keep those trees there. I kind of like it a little bit. I know some will be like, nah, just get rid of the trees and make more land. But I just wanted to, get rid of all of it at once. And eventually we're going to buy this lot right here as well. This does have a barn on it. I'm probably just going to leave that there as well. But we're going to make this all into a cotton field. But there is wheat in it already. So maybe I don't have to buy this one right away. Maybe I can keep it as a wheat field and harvest it next year and get more grain and more straw. We can just convert it over by then. So maybe I'll save up and pay a little bit towards the loan. See how I feel. We know my mind changes every 5 seconds. So we'll see how it goes. But I can come down here and merge these together. And then these will be all set to go. Yeah, they do need a little bit of lime. It's kind of hard to see where I merge these fields together, but it needs a little bit of lime where the field wasn't. And the same will be said for here, but we'll see. We shall see. I'm probably not going to end up plowing the cotton field. I think we're doing enough plowing as it is. I don't need to plow the cotton field, but in real life, farmers would cultivate or plow it to knock down the stalks. But since we're doing so much plowing as it is, we don't need to. And once again, I don't need to plow this part of the sugar beet field because this was canola this past year, which does not need to be plowed. But not too bad. So now we got 35,000. We just got to take, we'll cut the grass field next episode. And like I said, that hay that's in the forage wagon, that should stay, well, it should, I don't know if it's going to delete it all and just convert it over to grass. but we'll find out next episode because we're going to take this and make it all into... Yeah, I think we're going to make some hay. That way we make sure we got enough for the sheep. We got plenty of TMR currently, and the cows seem to be doing rather happy with what's going on. But anyways, that is where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.